Hi, welcome back to Introduction to Engineering Design. This is Module 4.1G, and we're going to be working today on some more additive and deductive solid modeling techniques. So if you open up in Canvas, Activity 4.1G, the file is 4.1G.A, Model Creation, SW Mod 1, meaning it's been modified for SolidWorks, and go to question number 1. Question number 1 asks you to sketch this little shape, and I have elected to choose to make this an additive sketch, and we'll keep it over here in the corner for us to see. And I'm going to make this an additive sketch by extruding this front face to a depth of 2.5 inches and then adding the tab on the right hand side. So let's get started. I'll click on my little paper icon up here for a new part. Okay. And up till now, I've been asking you to start with a sketch. Now let's start with a feature. Let's start with extruded boss base. When you do this, SolidWorks is going to ask you where you want to place your sketch. So select the plane on which to sketch the feature cross-section. We're going to choose the front plane. To start this out, I'm just going to do an outline of this shape real quick. And I'm not going to talk an awful lot during that sketch process. I'm not real concerned about dimensions. I'm just laying out the basic shape of the part without any real regard to size. I am taking the time to drop lines so that they are parallel to the horizon and also true vertical. With that said, I've got this sketched out. So now let's add some basically relations between the lines. Specifically, I want to start to add some relations between this line and that line. And what I want to do is make these lines collinear. So one way I can do that is I can click here on Display Delete Relations up on my Sketch tab, and I can select Add a Relation. You'll see that line 7 I've got selected here. And if I click on the opposing line, line 11, I can now choose to make them collinear. That gives me this little dashed line between the two. And what that means is that these two lines will lay on the same line or collinear. Another couple things I noticed from this sketch is I noticed that these two lines, my bottom pieces, happen to be equal to each other in length. So let's make these equal. You see 3 are equal. That's how we can see that relationship. Also, the gap on the top is equal on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and choose another one. Choose these two lines, and I'm holding my control key down as I select them, and I'm going to make these equal as well. So that's about it. That'll greatly simplify my dimensioning. So I've added these extra relationships, and you're going to notice that some of these come in pairs, like the 2 goes together, the 4 goes together, the 3 goes together. Some of them are independent. This horizontal line is independent. Alright, so let's get rolling on dimensioning this. So just real quick, an overall dimension width on this appears to be 4 inches. I'll drop that in. And the length of this one leg, or width of this one leg, is 0.5. You'll notice because I made it equal on both sides, it changed both sides. That will also occur on this top portion, which is 1 inch depth. Those change together. Let's go ahead and make the distance to the step 1.5 inches. And you'll see that when I do that, both sides move up because they are collinear. I'm very close to a completed sketch. I have to add a height for the bottom piece, and I have to add a height for the overall top. And let's not do it that way, let's do it this way. Let's add the height of the step so it looks like it does in the printed sketch. Now I'm fully defined. I can exit my sketch. When I exit my sketch, because I was starting with the command to make an extrusion, all I really have to do is select my direction into the paper, add the depth of my extrusion, 2.5 units, inches in this case, and accept my extrusion. And now you'll see that what I've got is very close to my paper depiction. Now what I need to do is I want to add another extrusion, except this extrusion I want to place on my right hand side. All I really want to do is put a square, a rectangle, anywhere down here. I don't really care. And dimension that the way that it shows on the paper sketch. 3/4 of an inch down from the top. It is 1/4 of an inch thick. And it is 1/2 inch from the front edge. And an overall width of 1.5 inches. Again, I'm fully defined, and I can exit my sketch. Now as I roll my model, you'll notice that it's sticking out at the same depth that I did my last extrusion. That's just a default of SolidWorks. We'll go ahead and change that now. We don't want it at 2.5 inches. We want it instead at 3/4 of an inch. And I will accept that extrusion. I've now finished my model. And I want to save this. So I'll go File, Save As, and I recommend that you make a desktop folder for it. And I have made one here, if I can remember what it's called, 4.1G files. And I'm going to save it as question 1 per the instructions. That is question number 1, how to do an additive sketch. Introduction to Engineering Design. Thanks for watching.